Hello everyone, and happy anniversary to Miju Games. For Planet Crafter is now officially 1 year old. And if we go to the Steam page real quick, they added a new special anniversary event, which is why we're here today. And I absolutely love that they didn't give any information except for this picture. And here it is. And for those who are wondering, this is not that far away from spawn actually. So that over there is spawn. You go to this little crystal biome. But instead of going all the way to that warp portal that is over there behind the rocks, you can't really see it. I guess it's a little too far away. But you follow it down here. It was fun to find and actually really interesting as well. So when I first saw this picture, I was like, oh hell no, this is going to be such a pain to find because it could be anywhere on the planet. But really quickly, I was like, alright, we can exclude a couple things. We can exclude caves. That was of course the obvious one. But there's actually a lot of desertous terrain in this place as well. As well as, you see that there's 3 or 4 different moons. And this one is the only one that matched the picture. So I knew that the moon had to be somewhere in line of sight. There weren't really big mountainous terrain either, so it wasn't all the way in the back, but that's desert anyway, so really it could have only been near the spawn area. But without any further ado of how I found it, let's go inside and check it out. It's like a balloon tree. It's a balloon Christmas tree. Oh, that's amazing. I'll flippin' love that. Oh my god. Wait, there's a crafting station? Birthday cakes, cookies, croissants, flour, and chocolate. We got new seeds and honey, but we already had honey. Space food, this is just water and oxygen, don't really need that. Oh my god. So there are also a couple new recipes, and I think the recipes are probably unlocked with the blueprints maybe? I don't see anything here that we can use, so we'll have to check that out back at base. But that's really cool though. I like this one quite a lot. So let's check this out. I do have a couple of the blueprints, or the microchips. Nothing, really. Actually, I'm stupid, right? Those secret things they were talking about, it must be the that crafting station, that menu. So the secret thing they were talking about, the secret crafting, most likely is gonna be that countertop that we saw in that location. I don't think we can craft it ourselves. That would be really cool though. But I don't see it in here. Alright, and we also got 2 new seed types, which is actually kind of crazy when you think about it. We haven't gotten seed types since the very beginning, and suddenly we get 2 extra ones. I'm looking for the farm. There we go. I literally miss everything for it. So for those who are wondering, I also upgraded my base, because I kind of messed up the previous one, and it needed to be bigger anyway, especially with these new drone storage. But we'll go over that after we made everything. Alright, well this wasn't really built for it, I will admit, because I did not expect to get new seed types, so that's kind of annoying in a way. But there we go, we got the cacao seeds and the wheat seeds. They'll take a little while to grow, so in the meantime, why don't I show you guys around? So I guess let's start at the very beginning, which is outside here. So as you know, the waterfall update kind of messed around with some things, so there's some stuff floating. It kind of messed around with a couple other things too, and then they added a bunch of stuff, which is why I kind of redesigned my base. And I kind of learned a lot more about the building as well. So this is how we enter. And then you enter into your main hall. In here, we dump all the items. Everything that's in here is either full or doesn't have a place to go, like the microchips. Then there's a shredder for everything else. There's some gold food. And there's water for if I need to get some snacks. Then right next to the entrance is basically just the main hall, just to see everything. All different stages we're at. The power, compass. All the stuff to unlock everything. Which again, that countertop would be really cool, but I guess they don't want to implement that because I'm guessing it only makes stuff for the event, so maybe that's why. I got the golden butterfly and a golden fish on the wall here. And of course some other effigy stuff. Then if we follow the hallway down, This is where it creates the golden food. This is where the honey is stored. This is where the beans are going to be stored. And this just goes outside, has a nice look over the waterfall. Then if we head back, there was also a door here. This is where I put all the crops in, and then it will be taken into their own respective box. I wanted to have a nice view of the waterfall in this courtyard. This entire row underneath the main base isn't doing anything. It's kind of glitched into the floor, so I can't really like walk in it. It's just there for aesthetic reasons, and I don't really like how these looked. Even though I had to kind of glitch these into place as well. The glitchy building part is why I had to redesign in the first place, because I completely messed up my old one. Well, we seen this a second ago. This is where I produce all the food. Then, of course, we kind of needed to have a place for bark, which is like right smack dab in the middle of this little courtyard, which I do enjoy quite a bit. And then there's also bee stuff. That's about it for outside, really. I mean, the methanes and everything is back there. It just all gets transferred inside by all the drones we got. So if we go back to the entrance, there's two ways to go. We can go up, or we can go straight, which leads to a massive storage room. This is basically has one or multiple lockers for every item in the game. And they are pretty much full, all of them. Or at least all the like resource intensive ones, right? Then I got the incubator here. This actually has to go down below. But I kind of needed it here because I think I was actually farming some golden fish. I don't remember why. There's some tier 3 drills out here. Because these were placed before the update where you had to place them in the exact location where you want them. Or where you want to get certain items. I actually am able to basically get every item except for uranium and iridium, because I did not think to place those down beforehand. Then we go down here. This is underneath the world. There's nothing really in there except for a bunch of power. And here there's a bunch of fish storage, just so I can get the animals up. This is where the incubator was at first, and I'll probably put it back there later as well. Then let's show you guys the top floor, because I'm actually really excited about this. So this is kind of my collection area. So it has every single plant in here. It has every single effigy on the display case that is in the game. This is also where my home portal is. Every single type of fish, as well as every single type of butterfly. And also found out that you can display bees, and I was missing one spot because this was not symmetrical otherwise. So I just put the bee in there. And then this is just a random tank with some fishies. And then we can go up, but there isn't really anything up here. This basically goes to the antenna as well as to the water collector. The reason why this is specifically here is because you can see the water collector is sticking through the roof. And I did not want to have that in my collection room, which is why we have an extra floor on there. But yeah, that's my new base, and I'm actually quite happy with it. And we should be able to expand quite a lot as well. We could technically get to this entire line here, the top row. But I kind of designed that rather poorly afterwards. So it's kind of blocked by, well, all of this, basically. Okay, well, these are still taking a little while to grow, so I'm just going to make a little list and see what we can make. So I think we really can't make it from just one harvest by the looks of it. Because let's see, we would need to get 3 chocolate, 3 wheat, 9. Alright, so we need 9 flour. We're going to need 6 chocolates. And each of them already takes 6. Oh, so that's 36 chocolate and 40 or 54 flour or wheat, I suppose. That's going to be quite a bit. I hope you can place these down. I would assume we can with the birthday cake, because it doesn't show a food value. So I'm guessing that's just a regular item. I might just... I was going to say I might want to switch a couple things out, place more seeds down, but now think about it. We only got these 2 seeds, so progress is going to just take a little while. I think the tier 2 farm does produce around 6, which isn't a whole lot. That's like 1 bar, basically, or 1 pack of flour. So I guess I'll see you guys when we got enough. Alright, so I was quite wrong. The farm actually produces a lot less than I thought it did, and it actually takes forever. So it's been about, I would say, an hour, probably less than that actually. And most of the wheat just grew in batches of two. Right now I can only see one wheat seed, so my RNG on this is like very fucking bad, to say the least. There's also only two cacaos. And it is quite sad, but I do have other things to be doing today. So I'm just gonna go over, I'm gonna create at least the cake, because that's the one I find the most interesting, because I think you can place that one down. Now I will be creating the other ones off camera, and I might just make a couple more cakes. Oh, look at that animation, actually looks pretty cool. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? I thought I had enough. Right, because I thought for some reason it was only free cacao. No. It means I don't have anywhere near enough wheat. Oh boy. So we only need like one more cacao, but we're gonna need like 7 more wheat at the very least to make this birthday cake. That's just gonna take ages, man. Alright, we'll see you guys in a second. Well, it took quite a while, but this harvest was actually good. I took them out and put them back in, and that seemed to kind of fix the problem I was having. Because I was only doing like 1 or 2 at a time. But now I did like 5 or 6, which is pretty good. Now that actually took quite a lot of time, so I'm gonna have to run here. Well, fly with the jetpack, I suppose, seeing as that is faster than running in this game. Alright, now that we're back here, let's make the last of our flour. Grate the cake. We can't put this one down, I hope? No. Really? Or maybe just not in here? Although that would be kind of weird. That'd be a very big missed opportunity, especially since they already have the 3D model as well. Seeing as that's what they use for the rotating item as you craft it. So let's see, it'd be pretty cool if I can put it down right here, but I cannot click on it. That is really unfortunate. I'm guessing it just has to go on a display case then? It's kinda odd looking. Yeah, well there it is. They do have the 3D model, I just wish we could put it down on tables, because it looks... Actually, that thing is floating, it's not even supposed to go on a display case either. What? Yeah, and I can't move it to any other location. That is so weird. They're all floating. So are these floating then? These are also floating. What the hell? I never saw that before. I guess because I'm usually looking at it from this angle. And you can barely see the glass that way. So I hope there will be a small patch soon where they'll at least make it so you can place these down on tables. Because honestly, what the heck's the point of these items then, right? Especially the cake. I can see the other ones, seeing as you can eat them. I guess just a decorative piece that you cannot put down to decorate with. Alright, with that, we actually did everything, as far as I know, that we could do. Except for make the cookies and the croissant, I suppose, but we'll get around to that. I'll just let this go AFK when I'm home and pick up the wheat and the cacao every once in a while. And then it'll all be done before next episode. So I hope you all enjoyed, and see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.